EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. Check 15, check 15. Switch. Right, 97. Yeah,
now Tua. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards the pickup there. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
On play action, here's Tua. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They find some open field here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about they picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And connecting here with DJ Chark. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Ricky.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 180. Watch the screen. 47's the mic. 11 Thomas. Here we go. Mike's 47.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
11. 12.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check 26. Check 26. Check safety. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
On second down. Here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bengals take over, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
12.
Burrow on play action. He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. some indecision on what to do, and they're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I was going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot. And it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't fourth and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check, check. 29 is the Mike. 12.
Now Burrow. That one complete. He finds Sharp.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They go play action with Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play.
11 MT. Here we go. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Set the tone, defense.
Play action. It's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
11. Mike 29. Let's go. 11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
11. Gotta go. Stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11 empty. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
12. Mike 29. Hey, man. Watch the boot. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. 6 man. Check curls.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go. 11 MT tape. Mike's 47. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 47 Mike. 47. And watch the leg. 11.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
41's coming.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
One part, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
third down, Mixon. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. This is intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now...
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And some room to work. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon.
34 yards.
And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Mixing up the middle. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
11 MT. I can't believe they let you play.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go. 4-7's the mic, 4-7's the mic. I'm coming to you.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now it's Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown Dolphins. Marquise Goodwin, 35 yards.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But yeah.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bengals are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And some room to maneuver.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Back to Mixon on first down. And some space here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward.
And my goodness, another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
So, no, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking the best, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my